futures align. Grab your coffee, let's take a ride. It's wealth and wisdom, time will rise. Author, educator, team sharing the wealth, building things you should do. From trust to banking, it's all a must. Your guide to wealth is money and trust. Let's unite, secure it right. Dreams take shape with every insight. Rules and assets, life insurance plans, building for your future with expert hands. Sometimes money and more, living in wealth with knowledge galore. Asset protection, finance to grow. Tune in and watch your
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine for another edition of Soul Talks Money and More. I am your host, Dr. Sabrina Edmond Williams, educator, author, and investor. Opening minds and closing contracts. I am so noted, and I am so excited and so delighted to be here this fourth Monday in June. Got to start the show off this morning by just doing some reflection. I had a wonderful, wonderful time on yesterday in my hometown, Prentice, Mississippi, at my home church, Prentice First Baptist, Prentice First Missionary Baptist Church. Let me get it right. Pastor Ronald Barnes and First Lady Conchetta Barnes and the congregation there at Prentice First Baptist were celebrating their Women's Day program on yesterday, and they invited me down to be the guest speaker. It was a wonderful event. We spoke on the strength of a woman. And I tell you, I was blessed to see friends and family that I had not seen in a long time. And I thank you all, those that came out on yesterday to support me. I certainly appreciate the support. We had a very good time. Special thanks to Dr. LaTanya Youngblood Polk, who was the MC for the program, and she blessed us with that beautiful voice. I tell you, if you were not there, you missed a treat, but it is on Facebook, the church's Facebook page. If you want to go back and watch that, excuse me, please go over to Prentice First Baptist Facebook page, and you will be able to see the program on yesterday in its entirety. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's no place like home. You can go anywhere in the world, but I tell you, there's no place like going home. I had a good time. And while I'm in Prentice, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my class, Prentice High School class of 1988, who celebrated a mass class birthday party with a sneaker ball on this past Saturday night. I was not able to be with my class, but I did enjoy looking at some of the things that were posted to social media. I hate that I was not able to be there, but I did get to see one of my classmates that I had not seen in many years. This is Caroline Hawthorne McGee. Shout out to you, who was in town to celebrate, but she did come out yesterday and support me at the church. So it was great seeing her. It's always great to catch up with our friends and family that we have not seen in a long time. Want to say a special good morning to Mr. Kelvin Trevelyan. Ran into him this morning when I stopped to get the coffee. Mr. Kelvin and I have connected at the Shell station. It's amazing who you meet in the morning times when you just extend a friendly hello. Mr. Kelvin told me that he has listened to the show. I hope he's listening this morning, enjoys the show, and we certainly appreciate him tuning in to Soul Talks Money and More. Have a great day, Mr. Kelvin, and I hope you enjoyed your coffee this morning. want to go on and just remind everybody that this week we will be celebrating or commemorating, I guess I should say, what would have been the 100th birthday of the Honorable Mr. Medgar Evers. With that, the Medgar and Merle Evers Institute will be hosting a series of events. One in particular that I want to bring to your attention is a night of legacy and liberation celebration that will be held this Saturday, June the 28th, at the Jackson Convention Center. The event starts at 7:30 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and it is going to be hosted than none other than Jackson's own Miss Rita Brent. So we're encouraging you to go out and support this celebration, a night of legacy and liberation, this Saturday, June the 28th. For more information regarding that event, please visit Eventbrite to get your tickets, as well as the eversinstitute.org. You can get more information on the series of events that will be occurring this week to celebrate and commemorate what would have been Mr. Evers' 100th birthday. Moving on, just want to say a special shout out and thank you to all of you who follow me on YouTube. I have recently started uploading videos, which are an extension of the work that I am trying to do here in our community to educate, enlighten, inform, and empower our community about the importance of planning. I have started uploading these videos to my YouTube channel. I am so noted. That is IAM S.E.W. NOTED. And I tell you, my viewership is growing, growing, growing. I certainly appreciate you. I started off, I think I may have had 10 or 15 people viewing the videos. Now my viewership with the video that we released last week is actually up to over 3,000 views on that video. So certainly thank you. We are trying to do our part to educate our community, but of course we can only do what we can do, and you can do what you can do, which is view the videos, share the information. That's why I'm putting it out there for you guys to share the information. I'm often asked, Dr. Williams, how do I start this conversation with my family? I am trying my level best to give you what you need to help you start the conversation with your families through education. So please continue to watch and share those videos. Watch and share them. Please engage in some dialogue while you're over there. Comment, give me some feedback. Let me know excuse me, if I'm doing anything right, or if I need to change up my format. I certainly don't have any problems doing that, making the adjustment, but I got to hear from you. So while you're over there viewing those videos, please feel free to give me a comment. Last thing I want to mention before I jump into this monologue, well, I guess next to the last thing, because I see Miss Linda Gaddis down in Hattiesburg has joined us this morning. Good morning, Miss Linda. She's joined us on YouTube. I see I got a person or two watching us on Facebook Live. Good morning to you, Alfreda Smith. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Thank you. I saw a flyer, and I, a lot of times when you see stuff, you have to wonder if there's any truth to any of this stuff, or are there things that people are just putting out. But this flyer that I came across this weekend actually came from S.E.W Training Academy, and it was talking about this special that they are doing over the next few days, where they are offering a ridiculously low price. So if there's anybody out there that is interested in getting your Class a CDL license, now is the time to do it. You will not find a lower price anywhere, I assure you. If that flyer is accurate, I don't know, Ms. Woods may need to give us a call and verify that there was some accurate information that I did see this weekend. But as I understand it, it is a limited time offer. The clock is ticking. Registration will be done on site at 3906 I-55 South Frontage Road, S.E.W Training Academy. You can register either Tuesday or Wednesday of this week from 11 to 2. So if you are interested, I know there are a lot of people at Nissan that are transitioning, maybe looking to start a new career. If you are considering, or if you have ever considered truck driving as an option, now is the time to go ahead and get that CDL. For all my listeners, I see my classmate Heather Lucas Steele has joined us this morning. Good morning, Heather. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat this morning. Mr. Armstrong, can you give me some water? Do you see some water somewhere around here? Thank you, sir. Those of you that are listening to me down in Hattiesburg, it may very well be worth the drive to come on up here. If that flyer is correct that I saw, the prices are ridiculously low. I'm not at liberty to tell the cost, the amount. If you're interested, go ahead and reach out to S.E.W Training Academy. But I will tell you this, you are not going to find this pricing anywhere else in the metro area, probably not anywhere else in Mississippi. I would go on record as saying. So please go ahead if you're interested. Sign up now. Do not delay. Don't hesitate. Go on. Thank you, Mr. Armstrong. See, that's teamwork right there. You see me struggling over here. Okay. Good morning. Good morning to my dear friend. Let me take a shot of this water. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Armstrong. He quenched my thirst. Good morning, my dear friend, Miss Sharon Day. She's counting down the days. She is going to be getting married soon. Good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in this morning. So happy for you. And yes, I have not forgotten my duties. I got my friend's message. You know, when you get busy and you start doing a whole lot of things, your friends, I'm going to tell you about your good friends. They send you messages through your other friend to tell you, if you don't hurry up and call me, I'm going to be shutting you down. Okay, I see we have Ms. Woods on the line. I'm going to give her just a few minutes to confirm. I know we can't give out any pricing information. I know we cannot do pricing information on the air, but Ms. Woods, I thank you for calling in this morning. I just need you to confirm, as I say, I saw something on social media. Is this true? Is this something that S.E.W Training Academy is actually offering? Good morning. Let's see, I lost her. Maybe she'll call back in shortly. I just need her to confirm that what we're seeing on social media as far as the pricing that they are offering for the CDL Class A license is true. Okay, I think I have her back on air. Let's see if I can go ahead and grab this. Good morning, Ms. Woods. Good morning. Good morning, Ms. Woods. Good morning, Ms. Woods. Okay, don't know what's going on with the phone, but we can't tarry long. Maybe we'll get her on the air before we get off the air. All right, well, third time is the charm. We're going to see if we can't make it work. Good morning, Ms. Woods. Good morning, Ms. Woods. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Ms. Woods with S.E.W Training Academy.
Good morning. Now, Ms. Woods, I know we cannot give prices on the air. I simply wanted you to confirm to our listening audience this morning. I saw something on social media, and I know a lot of times you cannot believe everything you see on social media, but I need you to confirm that the flyer that I saw is accurate in terms of what you are offering. Are you offering a special?
Yes, ma'am, we are. We're offering a special for 2 days. It's going to be from 10 to 1. We have did a slice cut for CDL Class A.
Okay, so
The first 5 people will get that slice cut.
Okay, so this is a limited time, a limited offer. So if there's anybody out there listening, if you know anybody that is interested in getting their CDL, Ms. Woods has confirmed that this is true. It was not a hoax, what I saw on social media, that this pricing is available to those that are interested. Again, you are confirming that, Ms. Woods.
Yes, ma'am. We are confirming that at S.E.W Training Academy. Guys, I know you have a friend or a family member that needs to get their CDL, most of all, get a job. So we are wanting to help with that. So please come out, visit us from 10 to 1. First come, first serve. After we have gotten the people that we're going to do the slight price cut for, then it'll go back to regular price. So please be there from 10 to 1.
And that's Tuesday and Wednesday?
That's Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay, and go ahead and give everybody the location of your training academy.
The location is 3906 I-55 South, Jackson, Mississippi, 39212. Again, that's 3906 I-55 South, Frontage Road, Jackson, Mississippi, 39212. A lot of times you have to take the Savannah exit. For some reason, sometimes they send you the other way, but that is the address. Or you can call the facility at 769-572-7382.
Okay, give me that number one more time, Ms. Woods.
769-572-7382.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you. We just wanted her to confirm that what we saw on social media is actually true. S.E.W Training Academy is offering a limited special. If you don't get it Tuesday or Wednesday, it is gone. So if you've ever thought about getting your CDL, if you know anybody that may be considering a career change, please send them on down there. The number for S.E.W Training Academy, again, is 769-572-7382. 769-572-7382. Now it's time for me to go ahead and jump into this monologue because I got some things to say this morning about something I saw on social media. And you guys, this one is interesting. We're about to break down a story that actually went viral on social media, and it holds some deep, teachable moments for our community regarding the importance of estate planning. So let me just kind of break it down. Let me tell you what the scenario is here. This man shared on social media how his child's mother bought a house. Or at least that's what he thought. She bought this house. That's what she had told him that they were buying this house, that she was using her tax returns to close on the house. And he believed her. They were in a relationship. She was, quote unquote, his baby mama. So he had no reason to not believe that she was telling him the truth. She told him that every month there would be a $2,200 mortgage payment that needed to be made. So again, he believed her. Fast forward 3 years later, she gets a raise, and this is after having received $2,200 from this man for almost 3 years. She gets a raise. She falls in love with her best friend, and she tells him, "You got to go. It's time for you to move out." Stop strong. After you done paid the mortgage, it's time for you to go. I have no more use for you. Okay. But he discovers she never used her tax returns to buy the house. Instead, her grandmother actually passed away and left her the house free and clear. No mortgage on the house. She was actually pocketing his money every month. I got to stop and pause right here. I'm going to jump back into this story, but this is actually the second story that I have seen over the past week about some of my sisters out here telling these men that they're actually paying rent and mortgage that they're not paying. Okay. So back to this one, $2,200 a month every month. He finds out there's no mortgage. So he moves out. And then, of course, her stuff starts to fall apart. She falls on hard times. And who does she call? She calls him, telling him that the property taxes are due. So he says, I got you, no problem. I'm going to pay him. And he did pay the property taxes for himself. He paid them in his name. What she didn't realize is that every year, this man had actually been paying the property taxes in his name. Every time the letters would come, he would actually tear them up. You have her to tear them up, and tell her, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So after the third year, he was actually the legal owner of the property. And she's put him out. Remember that part of the story now. She has put him out of the property. He has paid the taxes. She's called him in distress for money for the taxes. He goes ahead and covers it. So he did what he did, which was he sent her a 3-day notice to get out of his property. Get out of my property. I guess she thought he was joking. So after 15 days, he actually sent the sheriff to remove her from the property. And it's kind of funny how he posted this. He said he evicted her from his newly found house that God had provided for him. I'm not making this up, you guys. This was actually on social media. So he's on social media asking people, was I wrong or was I right? Was I right or was I wrong for how I handled this? Now it's time for us to unpack this thing. And I don't have long to do it, but we got to unpack this. First of all, as Dr. Williams sees it, there was a communication and a transparency issue in that relationship. Now, here you have two people living together, co-parenting, sharing financial responsibilities, but they were not sharing financial truths, you people. Good people, they were not sharing the truth, okay? That in and of itself is a recipe for disaster. She's lying about the mortgage. He's trusting her. But the kicker here is, even with everything that he was doing, he never had any ownership in that property, yet he was paying every month $2,200. So what's the lesson to be learned in all of that? What is the lesson? The lesson may be you might not want to be paying mortgage, rent, or any of these other major long-term expenses without really knowing what you're paying for. Is your name on any of this stuff? Is your name on the paper? Okay? All right? If your name is not on the deed or the lease, then in essence, you're just a guest. When she told him he had to get out, he had to get out. He was just a guest with a generous heart. Now, the second thing that I find interesting in this story is this house was actually inherited. It was an inheritance from her grandmother. Her grandmother had done the work of passing this real estate down to her. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, because that's what Dr. Williams is preaching every week. We got to pass it on. But even that act of love turned messy. It turned messy. So what's the lesson in all of this? Well, inheritance can actually be a blessing, but when there is no integrity, it can become a weapon. Now, her grandmother, again, had done the work, but instead of the granddaughter using the home to build a legacy, financial stability, family stability, she got caught up in lies and personal gain. So we have to look at the lesson to be learned in all of this. Now, for the man, again, I would tell you, know what your rights are. When you pay those taxes, and she should know what her rights are. Obviously, he knew what he was doing because he was paying the taxes. By paying them, it allowed him a legal route to take ownership of that home, possibly through, a tax lien or quick claim, quick title action. He could actually legally take possession of the home. And that's some information that's kind of next level. We have got to be up on, know what our rights are, and pay attention to what our rights are. Now, the last thing I wanna say about that whole scenario, and one of the hardest parts of this story is, remember I said they shared a child. This was his child's mother. Now, when the man decided it was time for the woman to go after he'd taken legal ownership of the house, he gave his daughter an option. He said, well, you can stay here in the house with me, or you can go on with your mom. And the child actually chose to go with her mother. In that moment, his response to her was for her to pack up her stuff and go too, you know? So that, I'm sure, was devastating for that child, maybe in how he handled it. And he asked the question, was I right or was I wrong? So I'm giving some feedback on that. When money and emotions collide, children often get caught in that crossfire. So we need to learn how to protect our assets. But one of the things we have to remember is our children are our greatest assets, and we have to be concerned about their emotional well-being in all of this. So to answer your question, sir, were you right or were you wrong? Well, legally, maybe not. Maybe you weren't wrong. But this story, your story, actually reminds us of something, that there's a danger in silent agreements and the power of property. Silent agreements and the power of property. So Dr. Williams' recommendations. Here's your financial checklist. This is what I'm going to say about this. Don't contribute to property that you don't legally own. If you inherit property, don't exploit it, okay? Build with it. And that's exactly what she did. She exploited it, because the question becomes, what did she do for all those months with that $2,200 a month that man was giving her? Don't exploit it. Always know where your money is going and why. Where is it going and why? And then, we go through these periods of we love folks and then we don't love them. We fall in and out of love with them. Let's learn how to handle our breakups like business, with receipts, with rights, and with records. Now, if you've ever paid toward a property that wasn't in your name, if you've inherited land but haven't done a title check or created a will, or if you're co-parenting and haven't thought about how your decisions impact your child and your child's future, just know that it does. And so I encourage you, this episode is being it's being live streamed on my YouTube, on my Facebook, as well as my YouTube. Please go back and listen. I know we did some things at the beginning, but you can scroll through to about midway of the show and listen to the things that we talked about today, because there are some lessons to be learned in all of that. Lessons to be learned. Again, I thank my Facebook folks for joining me. I see my good friend Yolanda Bourne is watching. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning. Tamar Durr is watching. Thank you so much for joining me. My good friend, Mr. Body, is watching this morning. I hope that you have gleaned something out of what we are sharing with our community about the importance of the proper transfer of our assets. My time is quickly coming to an end. I don't know where this 30 minutes goes, you guys. It goes by so fast. But I thank everybody for tuning in this morning. We have certainly enjoyed being here with you this morning. We encourage you to support this station and the work that we're doing here at the station. Follow us, me personally, on social media across platforms at I Am So Noted, and that's IAMSEWNOTED. You are welcome to stream the show online at WMPR90.1.com. And don't forget, we're down in Hattiesburg as well at 93.1 WGDQ.com. Shout out to all my listeners down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and by way of Summerall, where my folks are. We call it Summerall. I see y'all listening this morning. All right. Thank you so much. If the good Lord says the same, we'll be back next Monday. There's a 5th Monday in June, you guys. So come on back and join me next week for another episode of Soul Talks, Money, and More. Peace.
You're looking to make a career change or even make a new start. You can now reach your goals by taking some classes that are being